It's the 8th episode of the Pocket Gamer iPhone Gaming Podcast, and this week we're going machine crazy with first looks at Aqua Moto Racer, Jetset, a game for airports, and Fantastic Contraption. There are also reviews of Warfare Incorporated, Slyder Adventures, and Slotz Racer to look forward to, so don your safety goggles, life jacket, bulletproof vest, and crash helmet, and prepare to be dazzled. Inventing things takes time, patience, innovation, and often just a shade of genius. Not everyone can do it in the real world, but in the realm of iPhone gaming, anyone can have a go. Fantastic Contraption is a new iPhone game that lets you build the most bizarre assemblage of components as you can manage, before allowing you to test run your device. It's not quite as simple as it sounds, as your contraption needs to transport certain objects towards a goal. There is a level editor promised, where you can let your imagination run riot, and the editing tools look intuitive and easy to use. Fantastic Contraption will be joining the iPhone's ever-growing stable of physics-led titles when it releases, so it has its work cut out for it. Here's hoping it has enough eureka moments to push the iPhone's burgeoning physics play genre forward when we come to review it. For many people, airports are something to be avoided, but Jetset the airport game could just make a stressful travel situation that bit less torturous by letting you assume the role of the official security officer rather than the bedeviled tourist. You'll be able to rifle through people's hand luggage, perform searches, and there's even location-based souvenirs to collect which are unlocked by playing the game in any of 100 different airports. It all looks like much more fun than the real thing, which should see it in good stead on the App Store where it has just been released. Aqua Moto Racer has just been announced for the iPhone, and it's already shaping up to be one of the platform's most graphically impressive racers yet. Besides the gorgeous reflective water, splash effects and panoramic background vistas, the game is set to include a combination of touch and tilt controls, with an array of tricks and jumps mixed in with the pacey-looking racing action. The App Store is already packed with top-quality tarmac-chewing racers, so a switch to the water sport format should make for a refreshing change. A full hands-on review is on its way.
Warfare Incorporated is compelling proof that strategy games and touchscreens go together like the smell of napalm and any time before 12 noon. You take control of a mining operation called Acme, which must harvest the precious resource Galaxite and fend off any aggressive competition. This necessitates the classic tenets of real-time strategy gameplay. You need a buildings building, a personnel building, a vehicle building and power buildings to run it all. As the escalating war over Galaxite intensifies, several new building options appear, bringing new vehicles, defensive structures and soldiers with them. The intermittent misses from HQ develop the narrative, delivering varied mission objectives and a structure that avoids being a headlong slog of gradually bigger firefights. The interface is practically invisible, and every touch gesture works in the intuitive way you expect it to, making the typical RTS mouse and keyboard setup look clunky by comparison. The PC-based mission editor feeds free downloadable mission packs into the game too, putting in a league of its own value-wise. Warfare Incorporated offers remarkably balanced gameplay that has depth, challenge and fun in equal measure. If it's an RTS you want, Warfare Incorporated cannot be conquered.
Slyder Adventures is a slow burner, ending much better than the manner in which it begins. You play the small ball Slyder, guiding him around a series of mazes either by using the touchscreen to twist and turn the map or by physically rotating the phone itself. To begin with, the aim is to eat as much cheese, fruit and ice cream as you can on your way to the finish line. This easy start, however, is merely an opening salvo for the gaming blitz that follows. Level by level, new elements are introduced, such as boosters, locked doors, bouncers and globules of goo that slow your progress and change play dramatically. After the first clutch of levels, there are robot patrols, fire vents, electrified walls and pools of fire to contend with too, making for a formidable challenge. Slyder Adventures runs on a fine balance. It's easy to fall foul of the game's many traps, and so scoffing as much food as possible in order to earn extra lives becomes key to the challenge. It's not terribly original, and the pace at which the game's charms are revealed might turn some punters away before the gameplay has a chance to shine. But with clever and playful integration of the iPhone's interfaces, coupled with a testing challenge that's never unfair, Slyder Adventures achieves much more than initial impressions suggest.
Anyone who has played with the Scalextric set will know that it inspires a frustration that games could only hint at. Luckily, Freeverse's new title Slotz Racer harnesses the fun side of the tabletop version without too much punishment. You take control of a Scalextric's car and, just like the real thing, the aim is to adjust the speed prudently to keep your racer from skidding off the track while still outpacing the competition. This is done with a single acceleration button on the bottom right hand side of the screen. But the fun doesn't end there, as Slotz Racer also covers the other fundamental aspect of Scalextric, which is, of course, building your own tracks. The track editor is a dream to use, and the touchscreen controls really speed up what can be an awkward process on other platforms. There are championship, single race and multiplayer modes to enjoy, and the game's visuals are crisp, clean and colourful. Sadly, the soundtrack is slightly annoying, but it's a minor blip and an otherwise thoroughly polished effort. By removing the need to steer, Freeverse has crafted a one-thumb classic which, like real Scalextrics, begs to be played and mastered.
Thanks for watching the Pocket Gamer iPhone Gaming Podcast. If you're looking for more iPhone gaming news, reviews and features, you can download the Pocket Gamer iPhone application from the App Store. Or just point your Safari browser at www.pocketgamer.co.uk/iPhone. Better still, why not subscribe to this very podcast, which can be found under Games and Hobbies in the podcast section of iTunes. That's it for now, so until next time, happy Pocket Gaming.